shaking my head. Why did it make you feel empowered as a woman? You may you only have daughters. But you know what, Carly? There'll be a handout. Carly is right there next to the covers and the fucking 28-year-old But Hillary actually had a let's see, respect and then Rolo, I love your work, Rolo. How do you reconcile and I actually have to a degree, body count is a big deal, but another man's follow that path. Best of luck to those who will. There are guys out there that are fathers of stepchildren and they're all crazy. Job, and I totally understand. But the statistics show that is a dangerous situation. I don't even want to get into that condition. It's super controversial stuff to get into, but like, you know, we talk about if you read The Murderer Next Door, and there's much talks about it in Kansas. You know, one of the statistics that they get in there is when they say parents killing their children, they never say whether or not it's stepkids. So the statistics are wrong. He goes and he does a little bit more statistics into it and finds out that is what happens. It's very rare that people are genetically related to children. Oh, yeah, it's extremely rare. Yeah, I mean, it is like 100 times. Yes. It's like the Rizzo says, can it prove that manifestation is a female ideal by every man? The top 5% of men are hit on by women in today's. Okay, so I have it actually. Real quick, so real quick. Just so what he's talking about before, the way it works is about the top 20% of men get 83% of the right swipes on dating apps, and the top 4.5% of men are the ones that women are actually reaching out to pursue. So the majority of women find the majority of men to be unattractive. It's about 80% of men that seem to be unattractive. When you look at conversely, the top 63% of right swipes for women go to the top 43% of men. So for women, men see women as a normal distribution, 5 or 6s or 6s, 8s or 8s. For women, it's like a guy for a woman looks like a 4 because women only find the top most attractive men to be attractive. I love that. This is great. Women
everyone has their own preference.
Women cheat the same as us. Women cheat the same as us. Even though they have way less testosterone. They have 1,000 plus sex. Do they actually love? This is a good question. I'm just going to throw it. Thank you very much for that. I just all the $7 super chat.
Fuck you.
Do you actually think that with love sex?
Absolutely. I don't know. What is it? I know a lot of stuff.
More than women because like men don't tie their emotions like we do, so they're gonna be fucking women. Us fucking other men.
I would say there's about 35% of women that love.
Okay. So 35. There's actually a ratio there. Thank you, Dr. Cosmedes. Thank you. All right. So there's some math behind this. Men have about 17 times as much testosterone as women. When they lose their testosterone as they get older, man boobs. Think of the fat guy drinking beer at the bar who's just got the huge gut. This guy, what's happened with that guy is his estrol levels are being aromatized by estrogen, and he has no estrogen. That man's libido goes down. Got it? You with me? Now, when women take anabolic steroids, meaning their testosterone levels go up, their sex drive goes up. The correct answer is men. If you guys knew what it was like for think about the horniest you've ever been in your entire life. Multiply that by 17. That's a man on a Tuesday. That's what it's like for us every day. It is all dudes are just so. Again, I'll give you the example I like to give all the time. But I was teaching my clients yesterday, and I was like, if one of you guys to save your life had to fuck 17 women right now to save your life, you would do it, leave, and afterwards wouldn't think about it the next day.
I would.
If a woman, if a woman had to fuck 17 dudes to save her life, it would be traumatic for the rest of it. It would be incredibly traumatic because our psychology is different.
So you guys think irrationally.
If it was involuntary, yes, it'd be traumatizing. But like 17, like whatever.
17, 38.
But like, just show me, like, can I pick the 17?
Yeah, like as long as it's not like a bunch of ugly motherfuckers.
Like, can I have a lineup?
Is everyone here?
Like a police lineup, you have to choose.
Like line
choose
them
your
up.
criminal.
Out of 100 people, okay? Like I need
top
options.
17.
Top 17 are gonna make the cut.
I'm good.
You have any more?
I was going to say, would you agree with this statement that the average women don't want to get with average men?
No.
Define average man.
Okay, is he like a 6?
There we go. Okay, so let's start.
Here we go.
Average.
What is a man today?
Okay.
Tip?
What is a man? Well, XY chromosomes, born with a dick, has a set of balls, doesn't change his manhood, so once you chop the balls off, you say goodbye to your manhood, unfortunately, which I think, you should wait until your brain is fully developed, because buying new genitals is like buying a new house. You gotta be sure about it. But a man's supposed to be a provider, a protector, provides for his family, provides for his lady, but also the lady has to provide for the man. With that being, if you want to be a trophy wife, you don't like to work. Can you cook him a good meal? Can you cook him a good meal? Can you clean up after him, like with this, like, can you clean up after him when he worked all day? When he's working to pay your rent, your bills, and buy you your fucking Gucci bag? Like, you're gonna submit and do that for your man.
If he's doing all that,
If he's doing all that, then yeah.
Okay. So you said something, Carly.
So it's an exchange.
So Carly, the question was, do average women are they attracted to average men? You think so?
I think that like, we always want the best for us. So
Okay.
we're gonna go for
We're not.
So here we go. So the percentage of men right now under the age of 30 that are virgins. What percentage do you think that is? That are virgins? No, just Carly.
Just Carly.
So you think men under the age of 30, 60% are virgins? It's 26%. And the percentage of men under the age of 30 with zero sexual partners in the last year. How many do you think that is?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, embarrassing. What percentage? The percentage of men with zero sexual partners in the last 365 days that are between the ages of 18 and 30. Like, what percentage do you think that is? No sex in the last year.
So based on the 45%, maybe.
Not today.
27%.
It's about 33%. The correlating number for women is like 18%. Women don't have to go without sex. Men constantly go without sex. But my point is, if average women dated average men, 33% of men would not be going without sex.
Well,
You understand?
if you ever see a beautiful woman, and most of the time she's a very average-looking man.
No, he's average looking, but there's other things about him that make him attractive. Yeah. Well, my point is, if 83% of men are 20% of men are getting 80%, that means that average women don't like average men. Average women like the top 20% of men, and the bottom third of men are getting no sex. You understand? Hey, Carly, the guy in the United States, the number of sexual partners on average, the median sexual partners that he would have in his whole life, what do you think it is?
Like 5.
5? That's about right. Ironically, it's about 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. It's embarrassing.
Nothing's embarrassing.
Okay, no, but my point is, you can't say average women like average men when you have the median is 5 and a third. Don't you get this?
I said we love above average.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So I heard it was the concept that women only want the best women.
Because the average woman is
She is, but in the United States, in the United States, the average woman is 5'4" and weighs 172 pounds. She weighs 172
No, I
pounds.
know.
What's an average man then?
The
Average man is 5'7".
The average man is 5'9" and he weighs what, like one?
You know what? You guys said something when I was on the panel here, and you guys said, have you guys ever walked through an airport and just look at people?
Yeah.
And that's the average position. I've been living in the fucking airport for the last several weeks and stuff. And dude, it's every 2 to 5 days. It's like I can obtain flight attendants now. But the point is, it's like when you see these people, you don't see the super hot guy. You don't see the 6 foot tall guy, handsome, wearing nice things. No, 9 out of 10 times you see an overweight guy, facial hair on his face, doesn't groom himself, dressed like a tacky tourist.
But you don't even see that.
You don't see it. He's invisible. I mean, I pay attention to everyone, though.
He's in
So
the American Express lounge because he's average.
So okay, ready? So let's do this. Hold on.
He's in VIP.
Ladies, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and we're gonna go with what you think the average ideal is. And this is not just for you. This is for all women. The average ideal weight for a woman. What do you think it is, Rach?
Like what? Like who wants the?
If you were to say what is women on average they think I should weigh at how much?
I feel like women like 125, 130.
125. What do you think?
average about like 130, 135.
What do you think?
No,
from a woman's perspective.
What they believe they should, like an ideal.
120.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I would say 130.
130.
Yeah.
What do you
So
think?
this is the average that
500 women selected their actual and ideal body size on a 12-point visual scale. What do you think?
Like
Well,
their actual body.
no, the ideal. We're doing ideal. We'll do actual next. We'll do actual next.
The ideal woman
Height's a
weight
big
is
factor.
Huh?
I'll say 119.
One thing we think. Okay. Cool. Now, what do you think the average woman actually does weigh?
In America?
Uh-huh.
Like 165.
What do you think?
Yeah,
What do you think?
180.
What do you think? 130? 160? What do you think? What do you think? 170. That is correct. Yeah. So the thing is, go ahead.
So I wanted to change my answer immediately because the way that I think is ideal.
a woman.
But this is what do you think?
No, at no point we talk about men. No, it's real men. Yeah.
I gotta say that because I've heard people men be like, oh well, I think but they said, okay, wait. So it's not fair to say like she's not like 5'7" is normal.
I think going the
they're not 172 because of their quads and their breast implants. They're 172 because of McDonald's and Frappuccinos.
And Lizzo, big is beautiful.
There's not just one girl that's 120, and he also wants her to have like.
Everybody has a type. Everybody's got a type.
Yeah, but media is promoting obesity and like heart disease and shit.
Fuck media.
America.
Who's the media?
What are you promoting?
Okay, she let her dancers
like, what do
eat
you-
bananas. Bananas are healthy.
Bananas are awesome. They don't.
I saw a TikTok thing that she was bananas in sexual ways. So like,
I gotta follow up here.
Listen up.
So listen up here real quick. I've seen them go around the table and they ask you, what do you think you are on the table? It's kind of like something but like if I'm gonna go around the table and ask you guys this. Not to keep your secret. On a scale of 1 to 10, say you scale 1 to 10.
Depends on the day.
Pretty generous.
You know, I would say I'm pretty confident, but I don't know, like,
confident. Now I am. So I'm starting to get it back.
I would say a 9 because I'm not perfect 10 saying you're perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I would say a 9 because I admit accountability.
People
confident about
one
that.
thing people cannot say about you is that you're a hypocrite. Definitely not a hypocrite. Yeah. Go ahead. 10. What's your finisher?
It's a hangman
Holy shit,
Have you fucked up someone's jaw or anything? Dude, like I did pro wrestling for a short time in college. Like that shit is dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's
Yeah.
dangerous. No, I mean, because I train to make sure that they are safe when they land.
Yeah.
So in that move in particular, no. Have I punched someone in the face for real? Yes.
The heaviest person in the body. I got a guy who's 300 pounds off the ground.
I bite
Yeah, there's a trick to doing it. Yeah.
There is. Yeah, you have to use a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Manifestation.
Okay.
Self-confidence.
Right.
Yeah, it depends on the day and like what I'm doing. Like, can I open that heavy ass door? I mean, confidence-wise, not very well. Well, I mean, I gotta wait around for that to happen, but or I could just struggle a lot.
Yeah, I do that shit. Like,
Not opening ball in my own way, though.
I go with my own job.
That's the part I need help with the most. I'm like 8.5.
D, where you at? 8.9. Nice.
It's just not. There were some days where it.
What do you think the average says to that question?
I'm a 10.
7.5.
What do you think the average woman
I
says
don't know,
about her self-confidence?
I think like the average, yeah, if she's like on 160, maybe 5. I say a 10 because bitches are full of themselves.
I'm gonna say a 10 too because girls love themselves.
Yeah.
I think you have 50-50, either a 5 or a 10.
If you live in Brickell, it's 11.
Sometimes they might be, yeah. Sometimes they might be really beautiful, but
Interesting how you it's interesting how you go to beautiful when it's self-confidence.
Right, I just
well,
have
they
myself
could be
confidence when I
really
said 10.
beautiful, but they might not have the confidence because yeah, maybe they've been like torn down by
Do you
relationships.
think that
or life stuff.
self-confidence for women is based on their beauty?
I think a lot
Not
of it
at
is.
all.
It's not
have to be
absolutely
vain.
not.
Because just like she
Absolutely
said, she's like, some bitches think they're 10s and they're fucking not.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot internally, but I also think externally how you look at yourself in the mirror, and if you portray yourself as beautiful, if you think you're beautiful, then that helps a lot with your confidence.
I don't think it has anything to do with looks at all.
When
When you're feeling insecure, especially over other people, it comes down to how you're being treated, and you start to create this new standard for yourself where you're like, fuck, is it me? And then you start to almost wear yourself down with how
It's like
other people
psychological.
treat you, where
Hey,
it's like,
So Bree, that is correct, but you also don't have to do that. Like you don't have your self-confidence doesn't have to
it's also
do with
really
anyone else.
hard when you're in the thick of it. Like, let's say you're like blinded in love, right? They say blinded for a reason.
Sure.
So I just went through it, right? Where my biggest compliment used to be, oh my God, Brie, I love how confident you are. I love the energy you bring into the room. I'm able to be myself around you because you know yourself. Well, I lost that. And so it didn't make people feel like comfortable around me because I didn't know who I was and I was really insecure. And it was just because I wasn't being treated properly. And it had nothing to do with my looks. It just had everything to do with how I felt as a human being.
I agree with you that your self-confidence can be affected by the way other people treat you, but there's also a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. You get to choose.
Yeah.
You get to choose. You get to choose what your confidence is. There's another book I would highly recommend. It's The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Like you get to like. I had the same feeling. Like my dad was killed by a drunk driver, and then my girlfriend broke up with me. All happened in the spring of 2006, and I got to choose what my feelings, not my feelings, but I got to choose my attitude.
That's kind of what I'm going through now. Where, like, I left that relationship, and it was not due to a lack of love. I really loved myself. And I was like, I'm not able to love myself anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just easy to say, oh yeah, but you don't. Okay, but when you're in it and all these people.
Agreed. No, I totally understand. But my point is, you can have boundaries and you want to leave the relationship, but like how you feel in your own self-confidence. Again, we're all young. 100%. When I was 12 years old, if my favorite uncle yelled at me, is it gonna make me feel shitty? Of course. Right? If my best friend rips me off, of course. But overall, I think that is what the definition of maturity is. It is a function of gratitude and the recognition that you get to choose what your feelings are every day, regardless of what people do to you outside of it.
I can't other people. And I'm not
Again, it's your choice. The recognition is that it's your choice.
But it's also hard. Like, just the way I was raised. I lived in a logic versus it's really hard to know something. Like, yes, I know this logically, but when you're in it with it, I promise you, like, your heart is gonna feel like you're gonna feel like shit.
It's that
You're
oxy.
For sure.
Making you
And I'll tell you 10 years from now, you're gonna agree with what I'm saying. You're like, you get to choose.
I agree with that.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you guys have any issue with this, there's a great book. It's called The Hurricane. It's about this guy named Reuben Carter who was convicted of murder, was sentenced to life in prison for murder he didn't commit. There's an attorney in Canada who finally came down, like, paid for his legal fees. He ends up marrying this person. But in prison, there's a great movie about it. He plays Reuben Carter. And in the movie, there's this part where he goes, I chose to not even want to be free anymore. Because I chose to not be free, the system could not incarcerate me or my mom. He made a choice, no matter how bad he was. And that's it. That's reality. A lot of times, I hear women do this. A lot of times, go be in a relationship with a guy, and they need endless validation. I'm not saying this is your case, but they need endless validation because they don't get endless validation. Then the guy's a narcissist. No, he's not a narcissist.
Insurance is big. It really is. No matter how much I had to leave. It was one of those things. Like, logically,
a theory called triune mind. So your reason is your gray matter, but really what's so then there's sort of the emotional side of it, a little bit deeper, like emotions that you are at, and then there's the instinct, sort of like your autonomous nervous system and your get away from your dead body. That's the like breathing is also biological. That falls away. It's not something that naturally have an own physical intelligence. It's actually the base emotions. The base emotions are choose to experience or not to experience, assuming you can revert to your rational mind. So, and that's the problem is that there's always going to be that balance between those two. Are you thinking rationally? Are you allowing your reason or your rationality to dictate your behavior, or are you allowing your emotions to dictate your behavior? And sadly, what we're seeing right now is in the feels before reals generation is everything's about, follow your heart for a little, never lead you astray. I would never judge you for anything, you know, that kind of shit.
okay, but here's the fact. So the reason why you choose yourself, no matter how much you think you love them, if they're just doing wrong by you and you are blindly in love, you really have to
Love is an emotion, happiness is an emotion, fear is an emotion, anger is an emotion, sadness, anxiety, depression, all of those are emotions that are either based on emotions built off of that base emotion. And so when somebody, and I just did a whole video, and he says, oh, you're ultimately going to be more happy being married and then not if you're out, right? You're going to be unhappy and I hate the term happiness, I hate the term love. You're never going to find love. Right? Love is an emotion. What emotions are meant to do, like biologically speaking, because it's biological. I can make you change the way your mood, how you feel, just by giving you tequila right now, okay? Or I can do something if you're on test, right? If you're on testosterone, something you get roid rage. There's ways that you can chemically induce the way that you feel. That's why when you go through a breakup, you go straight to get drunk at the local bar, or you're doing whatever drugs because you're trying to re-stimulate the feelings that you had before the breakup.
I think that it's like when you go through something like someone that's their life.
I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. That's a judgment call, but I'm saying the reason why you feel it.
You can follow it. So when the first date happened, I sat in the shower, and I'm like, okay, it's go time.
Right.
I love shower beer.
Like now,
Shower
now
beer.
it's, you know, I allowed myself to feel sad for myself for a little bit, and that's okay to mourn the relationship or something that we lost. But at the end of the day, it's fucking go time.
Well, here's the thing
There you
is
go.
that and this is another kind of a tag onto the happiness thing. So when people say you're going to be happy, happiness is a proximate outcome, and it's not an ultimate outcome. It's not something you can sustain. You're not going to be able to sustain happiness in the long term because happiness is found in doing something. Emotions are meant to get you from one state to another state, and usually it's for reproduction or it's hunger or survival
so
or
in
something
Vegas, I
else.
realize this a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm making all these like real estate investments and all these investments, so like future me can be happy. And people don't stop to smell the fucking roses and realize that
They're
like
happy
some of
doing
these
it.
people are so fortunate, and I look at their lives and they are like they're traveling the world and they're eating beautiful food and they're seeing beautiful people and all this shit, and they're like, no, but future me like cares more. And it's like,
God damn it, he wants some beautiful food.
Anthony, hello, Anthony.
Where's that? We're going to sushi after this.
out
God
right
damn it.
now because
Yes.
you're so focused on future, you can't even
Yes.
realize what you have right now. Like you are experiencing these.
That's because so that again, that's because there's no such thing as happiness, and I hate this. There is happiness, but there's no such thing as happiness in the way that most people think.
just
Okay,
chemicals
there's
in your
no.
brain.
It is well, you're happy in the doing. It's something is intrinsically rewarding. You're happy while you're doing whatever that thing is that's intrinsically rewarding. And the problem that we have with happiness right now is we find ways to get it cheap. We don't have to work for it. We don't do anything. We drink. We take prescription
Porn.
opioids.
That's also
we do
probably
porn.
We
Right.
fuck robots.
We
Oh, that's just me. My bad.
Smoke too much weed.
Just you.
Love dogs.
Love dogs.
So I was reading a book where it's talking about dopamine, and it's Atomic Habits, and they talk about
book.
the
Yeah.
effects
Good
of
book.
dopamine, and it's the journey. It's not the destination. Like
For sure.
you hitting up a girl and wanting to fuck her, that's your dopamine right there. Once you get it, you're like, yeah, okay.
Well, again, that's
So you hit your dopamine hit before that happens.
the happiness that you experience while you're. It's not the happiness. It's not the kill. It's the hunt.
Yeah.
And so the hunt is what makes you happy, not the actual kill. So, but that also applies, by the way, to like depression. So,
Stopped hunting.
what your body is telling you to do is get the fuck out of this position and get into something that I can't sustain you.
Kill the meat.
Yes. And here's I'm going to end it with this. This is the best thing in the world. Anybody ever been angry?
Yes.
And you get angry.
Right now.
Okay. You know why that is? That emotion.
Fucking anger.
That emotion is meant for you to get out of the house and go run down the stairs because you're angry.
Too.
Kill that and eat it.
There's horny too. You're horny and you're angry. Horny.
That's what that is. Damn.
That's horny.
I was just gonna look at that
But the best is being and horny at the same time.
Okay,
Incorporated into the sex.
Christiana, there's somebody named Vincent Vega who is just like on your nuts on the fucking in the chat right now. I don't know if you know who that is. I don't know if you know who they are, but
The
they.
guy from Pulp Fiction.
Yes, but that's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, look in the chat. You can look in the chat.
I'm watching the, I think I'm watching yours at the same chat.
No, it's a different.
I'm not seeing this one.
Okay.
My favorite one from this one was she's from the street. But I don't see it on this chat.
No, it's on. I'll send it. Can you? Sure.
Can you read any of them?
No, there's so many of them. This guy's like all up in your nutsack.
I don't see him.
All right, so okay. There's one thing.
By the way, the average self-confidence for women is 6 points.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Manifestation coach.
Yeah, exactly. Help her grow.
Yeah, I know real manifestation coach. It's a personal trainer. It's a real estate coach. It's an Amazon FBA coach. That's a
I
manifestation.
feel weird. I don't believe in manifestation. I just believe in like thinking like, okay, here's my goal. I'm gonna do this to get there, and I'm gonna get my fucking goal.
But it's the same.
Yeah, so the reason.
No, manifestation to me though is like going at a crystal ball and be like, I'm gonna manifest this. It's like that guy that's like the power of manifestation.
I actually want the definition too. I feel like I'm.
Can somebody look up the definition of manifestation? Oh, like it's just, yeah.
Manifest. There's
It's
gonna
not
be
fucking
there's gonna be
witchcraft.
There's literally people that sit there and wish all day and never do the work.
And then they still get water.
No, they don't.
Oh, well, then fuck. Well, they do it, right?
There was something that was said earlier about how somebody that needs collective delegation calls for
Yeah, so a lot of times, you know, I when I started doing the show, I would have a lot of girls come on and be like, oh, my God, your last name. And then you get to know them and you start validation, you start putting out boundaries. Certain calls of narcissism. There needs to be some give and take. If a man doesn't constantly validate, he doesn't get he has to go to work, he has to do everything. I think a lot of women just the other problem is that there are actually men out there who are narcissists, and those women aren't getting the help they need because these other women are like very similar to the Jonah Hill. Yeah, he just said about because of the Jonah Hill situation. Now there's therapists out there being like, oh my God, he doesn't want you to fuck other dudes. It's so unhealthy. That's so unhealthy. He's trying to control you. I'm like, no, this has to be a boundary.
Okay, you ready for the definition? You're all wrong.
Yeah, I love this for us. All right, let's go.
Okay, manifestation is a noun, okay? An event, action, or object that shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
you
it's
want
a theory.
to look for manifestation
Okay,
verb.
so here's the next one. The action or it's here. The action or fact of showing an abstract idea.
It's not real.
That's
No,
exactly.
my point is that there's no action that happens.
It's a verb. We can all agree to disagree. Yeah.
It's whatever feels.
There's noun and verb.
Okay.
There is a manifestation.
Manifesting is the action. Manifesting the noun, which is something. Correct? Is a person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing, yeah? So it exists.
Middle school happened.
Idea. It's not a real thing.
The school system failed, Michael.
As a verb, to make evident or certain by showing or displaying.
That's exactly what it is.
So wouldn't that be action?
A verb is literally
There's nothing in there about going to the gym.
Michael's giving
I'm gonna manifest I lose at least 300 pounds and not go to the gym. I'm gonna manifest falls off.
There's nothing in there to be like believing in something and then working to make it real. That is not the definition of manifestation. The people who use that term know what it is. And no matter what Joe Dispenza says, there's no fucking quantum field that heals your body. There's been millions of studies done on this. It's just not true. It's like that stuff is it's fucking hopeless. And that's the problem. The issue is most of you guys are fine believing this. There are some people out there that are literally destroying their lives because they legitimately believe if they cling to the hole and gnash their teeth hard enough, then fucking money will pop into their lives.
Michael,
And I'll
now
show
we
you
know I
hundreds
didn't
of
work for
different
you.
But it did work. But it did work. My life is.
You were clenching your butthole. All of a sudden, you're here with all these hot bitches.
Listen to me.
Sounds about right.
Listen,
Sounds about right.
Listen, prison was.
Doing it right now.
Listen. Prison was a different time. All right. You gotta clinch.
So, do you have any military?
Something.
Military. Basic training was a different time.
Oh yeah, let's not forget.
Coming from the Latin, manifestus, caught in the act. Manifestus can be used as an adjective, a noun, or as well as a
We're all right.
All right, I have a question. We're gonna start with Barbie here. So the question is there something that a guy that men have done before previously that's kind of
Oh, damn. I don't know why, but when you started to talk
Yeah.
I was going to tell you to talk to something that I've done. I don't know why I was so
So this is about toxicity in general. So a toxic thing you've done is fine also, and a toxic thing you like.
Well, the thing that I did was the guy that I was with, I was with him for so of course he made me crazy.
Yeah.
From like 13 to 25 we were together. And he was cheating on me. So what I ended up doing was I found a girl on Facebook or whatever time. And I went and I like actually told her she didn't play together. So it was really brief. And it was kind of their anniversary. Like a week after I got out from prison.
Yeah.
And it turned out like she already introduced all of like family, all this stuff. So I found her and I went through and I I sort of like how they would come to my house. And I was just like, happy anniversary, baby. I love you so much. I can't wait for the future. And then she got like banned from like ever seeing him again.
That is absolutely magnificent. Like the genius there. I actually don't have a problem with that at all. That's incredible.
Steal that because I was like, I'm gonna ruin your relationship without
Wow.
That's what's up. It made me so mad because I was like, I didn't just waste all this fucking time on you, bro. Right.
That's incredibly tense. I admire it because it's effective. Like that was really effective. And yeah.
So mad too. Like I was the best, and he was like, "Why the fuck would you do that? We're in love." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was really excited.
Is there a toxic thing you like when that you see guys do that you like?
A toxic thing. I almost think that like a little bit toxic masculinity for me.
Okay.
Like I like a man that I know can go down. Like I like a man that will like puff his chest a little bit if like another guy is clearly trying to like trickle in on his.
Yeah, I mean the thing is the idea that that's toxically masculine, which I'm not blaming you, but the idea
Right, it's deemed
like
that.
dude, this is 1950 and a girl was like, yeah, this guy came up and was talking shit to me and my man stood up to him.
Right.
Like that's not toxically
It's like,
masculine.
right, it's like
That's having a dick, dude. Like what is wrong? What has happened to this planet that is a problem now? But you're right. Go ahead, Carly. What is something toxic you've done and something toxic you like?
Exactly, both of them.
Let's go ahead and book the next 4 hours. Toxic things you've done. Toxic things you've done. And go. Really?
Is that bad?
Are you kidding?
We don't have time. And then you go to jail.
You're like the fucking Tom Brady, Hulk Hogan goat of all time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, silliest thing that talks to man to me is something that is like sexually I mean, it's hard as fuck, but like take you out and like stalk you and spit on you and that's toxic, but that's hot as fuck. So that's my toxic thing. That's what he does to me. Something that I'm toxic about is making men fall in love or trying to make men fall in love with me and then essentially persecuting
I gotta stop the conversation. I gotta stop the conversation right here because what you were saying, when you're talking about like you think that level of domination.
Hold on. Wait, time out.
But to be
damaged because she
But
likes
to be
that.
fair, like that is a weird thing. Like as all of us as girls, can we not agree that that is a little weird that we do like?
No, well,
it comes from evolution. Now, what it was a little weird is 2 weeks ago when Brittany was here and she said a loaded gun in her mouth.
No, I'm not.
That's what she was super turned on by that.
And she like came.
Yeah, Bella Bliss was in here.
I've never done it, but yeah.
Does it sound hot?
To absolutely lose control and think that you have no say, I think it's hot.
Okay, I know this is an option. I know this is an offshoot. I know this is an offshoot.
Are you really?
The reason why I'm
It's like being on a
asking
roller
this, let
coaster.
me
Yeah, it's
explain
like a thrill ride.
before you continue on and tell about all the fucked up things you guys are doing. The reason I'm asking is because there will be a million people in my comments and everyone else who say like, the reason why you like that is because you're fucked up and you're damaged. There's something wrong with you. And that's why I'm asking everybody at the table right now because everyone's gonna go, well, they must all be fucked up. I'm like, no. This is the fucking rule. This is not the
Women look
outlier.
up violent porn at a much higher rate than men.
100%. I actually talked about this with my therapist. Why do I look up so much fucked up shit? And she said, no, it's actually perfectly normal. It's not that you want this to happen to you. It's just a fact of losing all control as a woman.
Being submissive.
Yes, being submissive.
Yeah. I would say
and
it's a
like
more
being
submissive
forced
thing.
into being submissive, it's hot.
Have you guys seen that study where liberal women are now having to date conservative men because they can't find any like masculine men on their side of the aisle?
Wait, last question. Do you have any difficulty finding a guy who will do that to you? Or whatever you like?
Absolutely not.
Not necessarily.
Not after this show, she won't. She won't have any fucking problem at all finding one now.
That men that will not necessarily want to be physically violent. But for example, earlier today I was hanging out with my girlfriend and we were talking about sex. She said that she one of her first boyfriends, she wanted to be punched in the the marshmallow. But that was her kink. And that is something I cannot identify. So that,
I gotta really get let's continue after this. I swear to God, you can continue after this. How many women on the panel have been ex-convict or a guy? Well, I know Carl.
Holy shit.
Well, like I didn't have background.
I know.
Raise your hand.
One more time. Prior
If you've
felon.
been
1,
with the
2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus Christ. Yeah, felon. That's ex-con.
It's not that crazy.
No, of course it's not.
So out of nine girls
him
in
or
the team, how many?
6.
Six. More than half. Okay.
What was the reason, you know?
Yeah, what was the
What was the
charge?
reason?
It doesn't matter. Like whatever the
That's all that matters.
felony was, he took caution and threw it to the wind.
More felonies, the better.
So would you say then dangerous man?
Yes.
Not towards me.
Why would I stop me?
I want it to be a violent asshole waiting to kill anyone.
Yeah, it would be a very marshmallow with me. It would be a very marshmallow with everybody else.
Like kill everybody except me.
Okay, what's the story? You're gonna give us the story.
So my first boyfriend, I was 15 minutes old. He got a 16-year prison sentence in front of me, in front of everyone in his family, and it was. How do you get over something like that? But I continued to talk to him, and there, a lot of people say, like, a part of him almost got caught him.
Because he was.
Oh, whatever. Because it was like, I knew exactly where he is.
You don't have to check his phone. You don't have to track him. He's in prison.
He's learning about sex things in prison, right?
Date a felon. Never have to check their phone. I keep tabs on my man. He's in the Nevada State Penitentiary up at Creech at Indian Springs, Nevada State Penitentiary.
So guys with the tracking ankle bracelets, those guys are. Should I get one of those?
Jewelry.
All the way around the panel, go for like average men. Like, there's no way in I would go for like country or like prison right or anything like that. It's so toxic.
I got lied to until I found out.
Actually, a good girl now.
If I knew he had a prior felony before, I probably would have never gotten with him to begin with.
You would have just had sex. Just sex.
We're not marriage material, but
We can fuck because you went to
No,
prison.
I told you about him.
Dumb and a felon.
But you got that dumb dick.
Kensley, do you like them dangerous and tattooed and like they got the teardrop for how many? You did it once, but you tried it. You like.
Well, that was before.
When they went to jail,
They're still the same person who went to jail.
Was he hotter after he went to jail? No. I think it kind of depends on what you.
Come on, guys. Jeffrey Dahmer, who'd give him a first date? Come on, go. Don't lie. Ted Bundy. You give Ted Bundy a shot?
Not with
Ted Bundy. Richard Ramirez. Would Richard Ramirez get it?
But that's how Ted Bundy killed so many women because he was at the time and he has a unibrow. But like back in the day, but like back in the day, that's how he killed so many women because they all thought he was attractive. Yeah.
Hey guys, ask yourself why these ladies know that he has a unibrow.
And he escaped from the
Smart.
So yeah.
He's an intelligent criminal.
Those women at Florida State that he killed and raped, they deserved it. That's what happened. Is that what
I'm just saying.
Nobody asked for that comment. That is out of pocket as fuck.
All right.
They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ted Bundy.
Absolutely not.
That's good. What toxic traits turn you on?
You were too wet, so he kept you
It was
around.
like, fuck, no. I can't kill her.
You can't think of any toxic traits. Do you like criminals? Do you like convicts, no?
No.
You like,
You like neck tattoos?
look
Well,
like,
neck tattoos are cool. I just dated a guy with a neck tattoo.
Future folks.
That's my toxic trait.
I don't know.
Neck tattoo.
He was a Freemason, so I don't know. I thought that was kind of
Very cool, yeah.
Something was like a little different about him.
Shout out.
Dangerous. His money didn't make sense.
Shout out to Jeffrey Epstein. All right, here we go. A toxic thing that you, so that's something you like. A toxic thing you do.
Wait all day.
Maybe like blow up his phone.
Okay.
You know, if I want attention or like something. Or like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't know. I think that's pretty toxic. You know, like, pay attention to me while you're like out there doing other shit.
you with that bitch? We saw the ball.
He should respond. Yeah, he should. He should. Yeah. That's why you should have his location.
And if you don't,
Toxic girl trick.
grab him.
What's it? Is there a toxic thing you've done before?
Oh,
No,
have
that
you done that before?
You did that was toxic?
I've never done that.
Should be a felon.
Toxic trait that I used to the whole read receipt. I can't do that no more. You have your read receipt on and all of a sudden you turn it off.
Of course.
Are you
Now it's just off altogether.
I only turn it on when like I want people to know that I read it.
That's like other than that, just like the body count. You read the message, you get back to me, cool. You don't get back to me, that's fine. But I'm not
Is there anything you do that's toxic?
if someone
Leave them on read.
leave it on read or if someone turns it off, it's like fine.
I would rather just go.
Like, if you can go about your stuff, you can be honest about it.
My only toxic trait would be like I'll pass out and I'll forget to text him back. That's as toxic as I get.
blacking out?
Like,
is so
sarcasm.
toxic.
I don't black out.
Yeah,
I smoke a bunch of weed and fall asleep.
I got texting because I don't want to text.
Christiana, what a toxic trait you've done or a toxic trait you enjoy?
Well, one I love is I love like love bombing. I really like that. Like
You do it?
like you know like when I'm doing like love bombs.
man?
Yeah, I
Me?
like. Yeah, I fuck with love bombs. Like that's something I like. But
Well,
So
you,
you like
should,
nervous?
you should, girl, because you're just so special. You're so much better than everyone else.
Do they end up being
Just incredible.
narcissists?
Why?
Do they
That's
end
why
up
you. It's not even love bombing because it's all true. That's what
I
happens.
have a question with the love bombing.
Don't
though.
listen to this shit.
Dude,
This is so. What are you doing?
I have a question for you. So with the love bombing,
when a man
do they end up being like narcissists and stuff? Because that's a
No, listen,
narcissistic trait
no,
is the love bombing.
Only victims attract narcissists. That's the truth. Only victims attract narcissists.
Oh, that hits home. I
yeah,
agree.
Yeah, so
I
I
agree.
don't see it like this type of a
Can I-
trait. I can't put it. I can't fit somebody into a mold that they don't belong in.
But you know, narcissists are like professional, like professional at what they do. They'll love bomb you, they'll get you in, and then they won't see the traits for even a year and a half later.
Tiff, have you been love bombed before?
No, I'm telling her this because you know what? I was with
100%.
I was with a guy, and he was great for the first 2 years with the love bombing, and then you start seeing his actual narcissistic traits. He starts gaslighting you and all this other shit, making everything your fault. The thing is you don't know that you're with a narcissist because narcissists are like master manipulators. You're not gonna know.
Well, then
Did
I guess
you-
I wouldn't know.
Let me ask. How many ladies at the table have been love bombed before? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How many of you you've never been love bombed?
No, I haven't.
You've been, okay, so
Yeah.
so everyone, every last one of you have been love bombed. Okay, now of all of you, how many of you got off on it. You liked.
I hate that shit.
Oh, dude,
You
me.
liked
not love
at
that.
the time.
So
At
good
the
with his
time.
words.
At the
It
time.
He was so freaking good
Well,
with his
you enjoy
words.
it?
it's everything you want to hear, right?
Only
It's
when
how
I
do you
want
not
it.
get off on it?
He
It's-
literally
he's-
fucking gets you where
I'm like,
you
it's-
need to
I
be.
don't believe it.
You
That's
didn't
how I
tell me
feel.
After a
I'm like,
week,
nope.
of
I
us
was in
talking, you're in
love.
with me. I understand that.
Okay,
Why
now
would
I
you not?
have to take
Yes.
I have to
Why
take
would
one
you
more.
not be in love with me
Why would
after
you
a
not
week?
be?
Of course, it's been a
He
week.
said everything he needed
Wait.
to say, and
I gotta
I
take one
fell
more
for
point.
every
Are you ready to
single
have
fucking
babies
word.
with me? And it's been
Oh
4
my
days.
God.
Of course. Why is that not
I
weird?
think I actually love
So
you too.
here's
I'm
a point. I'm
mad.
gonna make a point here in just a second. How old are you?
I'm 27.
26.
31.
28.
33 on Monday.
29.
30?
I'm 30 years old.
30 what? 30. Okay, now the reason I'm asking is because there's a popular opinion by women who think that the older women get, the less likely they will be love bombed and believe that sort of shit, right? And they're so smart that they'll never allow it or they'll never enjoy it ever again.
Experience.
And all I've got to say to you is Tinder is 2 words. Tinder. Every woman in Tinder Swindler was at least the youngest was 29 and the oldest was something like 38 or almost 40 or something like that. It's not an age thing. It's the fact that you want you to tell what you want.
Right, yeah. That they're so good at what they're saying.
Manipulation, but you don't actually know that you're being
No, because the words they use and the way they speak, it's so...
That's why I said narcissists are manipulators. Just proves my point. Sometimes they don't even know that they're narcissists.
They don't even know that they're talking. They don't even know that
They
you're
don't
talking
even
about
know.
I think the women had a choice, and I think that they really wanted to be. Because imagine you're texting with this guy, and then you meet him, and he's like super short, and you're like, I guess I'll just tell him anyway because he's the one. But like, it's like I feel like she felt me, and she felt because you know what? She was a good victim. She was a good target.
Okay, so
Not everybody is.
here's the psychology
Wait,
behind
who
this.
here fucked him anyway? Anybody? Fucked him anyway? No? Hey, so many guys that would have been so excited. He was so short.
All right, so here's the psychology behind it. I halfway agree with your therapist. So here's the long and the short. Seduction doesn't have to be seduction. Okay. So and the Tinder Swindler, the only reason he was able to do anything is when he swindled, wanted to be swindled. They wanted to be seduced. They wanted to be part of that narrative. Like, oh, I'm a facade agent, or you know, I'm the person. Well, no, to the point where the first lady, this girl on that documentary, she was in like 33 years old when she started there. But she meets a guy on Tinder, and literally within 45 minutes of meeting this guy, she's on his private jet going to Belarus or Bucharest or something like that with the baby mama, believes everything, and all of her girlfriends, they didn't say, don't do it, you're going to be sold into white slavery in Dubai. They're not saying that. Like, finally come in. I can't believe it. I'm so happy for
They
you.
were enablers.
And again, that goes back to
But she
feels
should have stopped there.
before reels. The reels were, there's no man, there's no uncle, there's no brother, there's no father, there's no...
Come on. So some of you guys have been friends with me for a while. What do you think would have happened? You know me well enough. You know, I'm a former counterintelligence guy in the U.S. military. Had I been the friend of any one of those girls, and they came to me and say, yeah, I'm going on this plane to do X, Y, Z, what would have happened, Rita? What would have happened? I would have said anything, Rita. I would have looked up the goddamn tail flash of the goddamn airplane, Rita. I would have. Why is it we can't? Why is it we can't just?
You would have said hell no.
No. I would have said hell no, nothing. I would have said, hey, look, ladies, an uncle, a cousin, a dad, your dad, whatever, a guy that just comes in there and just like, hey, just to let you know, I'm not gonna do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Michael, not every guy even knows what it's
My point is, all the things this fucking dude said were verifiable in 2 seconds. You didn't want to hear it. If any one of you, I'm just use myself as an example because I'm pretty fastidious. If any one of these ladies had come to me and been like, hey, I'm about to go on this thing and I'm taking this risk. I'm like, okay, cool, give me about 5 minutes. And I looked it up. I was like, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie, this is a lie. And by the way, pay $5.95 and do the background check on them. You'll find out some more shit in like 10 seconds. But you don't want to hear it because you're being sold bullshit. And so,
but at
ladies,
least you care, though.
but ladies, but here's the thing. Like, I'm not special. I'm not a private investigator. I'm just telling you guys, like, there should be at least 1 or 2 or 3 dudes in your life that don't want to put the dick in you. That just like you can come up to. It's so hard.
How many of the ladies on the table? How many ladies at the table have a brother, a biological brother?
Bro, you all have brothers. Like seriously, like you're sitting there with the narcissist shit. You could have just asked.
My brother was 4.
Raise him well. Would your brother do that? Would your brother say so?
100% yes. 100%.
Again, I wouldn't even. Rita come to me and she said, "Hey, I'm gonna go do yada 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 with this dude." I would tell you to not go. I would have just told you, "Hey, just so you know, here's Social Blade. All of his followers are fake. Okay, here's his like took 2 seconds right here. All the companies he said bankruptcy, 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 bankruptcy. Okay, here's.
I don't know, Michael. I think he's the one.
I think he's the one. But it wouldn't have taken me any fucking time to find it.
Have I not been out there and been like, hey, what do you think about this?
Yes, for sure.
And I always ask.
For sure.
I'm
But that's the thing. Like,
Michael,
ladies,
double check
just
me.
have one.
You try to
Like,
die.
unless you don't want to know and you're so addicted to this love bombing feeling that you're just fine being with it. And then in which case, who should you really want?
Yourself.
Or you can say single fuck everything.
There we go. There's
I have a question now.
checkmate. We're playing checkers. She's playing checkers.
Nobody is safe.
But wait, but being single though, like until you're 40 though, do you think you're gonna feel the same way in 10 years that you do now? Like staying
All
single?
that matters is how I feel right now.
There it is.
In the moment, girly.
See, let's be ourselves now.
And we
not
have reached the final boss.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But like honestly, yeah, like whatever's making you happy right now, like should make you happy in the future because you're manifesting it.
And eventually, I will receive what I receive when I receive it and how I receive it. And so therefore, right now I'm having fun, and in the future I will have fun, and in my whole fucking life I will always have fun. And what I receive, I will receive. Whether that's me being married, whether that's me being in a relationship, whether that's me being in a hoe, whatever the fuck I want, I will receive.
I couldn't write Carly if I tried. Like I couldn't like write Carly in a book. I couldn't imagine Carly like she's just like exactly. She's just exactly.
4 years. She's not even here.
Just perfect.
She's not even here.
Just exactly. She's the final
Whatever
boss.
happens,
Tell these
and I
bitches
love
to
all
go
of it.
to hell.
We should start a podcast.
She is literally like the fuel for the passport, bro. Like they're literally a picture of Carly on the side of their suitcase as they get on
That's me.
Avianca